I think students learn a lot of things at school, and some examples of that are the course content, so the subject matter, so things like maths and English and science, all of those core subjects which are part of the curriculum. But they also learn about the importance of following rules, and that makes them more disciplined as well. I think it's very difficult to say whether students learn more at home or at school, but my belief is that they learn a bit more at home because education starts at home. And as soon as we're born, our parents often teach us very important things like, when we're eating, table manners. We learn about the importance of being polite, saying please and thank you, something which is very important later on in life. But when we're at school, teachers don't have time to teach us all those things because they're too busy focusing on the course content. So, at school, we'll also learn about rules as well. So, those are very important. I think every good teacher should have about 3 or 4 important qualities. Those are patience, because they have to understand that not every learner is going to be a fast learner, so they have to be willing to spend time to explain concepts to them. Another important quality is empathy. Teachers should be empathetic towards their students so that they should realize that they should try to remember what it was like when they were at school and how difficult it was. And if they understand how students feel and what difficulties they have, they can help them more in the classroom to become better learners. Another important quality is creativity. All teachers should be able to find innovative ways to motivate their students to learn. That's also very important. I think having more than one teacher has many advantages. I'll talk about the disadvantages later, but one of the main benefits is that if you have many teachers, each teacher can focus on one subject and become a specialist in that subject, which means they can teach they can teach more in detail when they teach their course content. But let's talk about the disadvantages. The disadvantage is that if you have many teachers, students have to remember their names, which can be difficult, but it also means that they have to establish a relationship with each and every teacher, and that takes time which should be better invested in learning, I think. So both of them are very important. They have their benefits and their disadvantages. I think education will change in the future. In fact, we've seen changes over the past few years with online learning becoming more popular. I think that in the future, learning will become more will follow the blended model, where blended learning is becoming very important now, where students have to attend in-person classes. They turn up on site. They also have an online component which they can do in their free time, and there's a lot of flexibility there. And I think they call this flipped learning, whereby they prepare before the class, do their homework before they come to class, learn some basic concepts, and when they come to class, they apply concepts that they've learned at home. And I think the flipped approach will become more popular in the future, more mainstream, and I think education will also become more affordable because there will be less need for a big investment on buildings. They'll need less classrooms because students will study at home and then go to school afterwards, go to their universities and study. So I think education will become more inclusive, where students who don't have so much money will be able to learn online as well. And education will become not only more affordable, but better as well, because teachers who learn how to teach online and also on site as well will be more knowledgeable about how to teach, and I think they'll get better at their jobs as well.